Hello friends, welcome to Miss Kramer's art class. Paint with Miss Kramer's class. Today we're painting for the Cypress swamp with gators, and it's a landscape. Do you remember what this kind of landscape is called? When there is only outlines and shape, positive and negative. What is it called when there is only one color used and we're using the opposite colors to emphasize the shape? It's called silhouette. Yes, our vocab word was silhouette. Silhouette landscape. It is an outline of a person or an animal or an object, usually a dark figure, placed on a light background, or it can be a reverse. It can be white figure or object on a dark background, just like here. Light snowflake on a dark background. It can be vice versa. In this lesson, we're gonna look at element of art, which is shape. We're gonna use principles of art, today emphasis, in order to emphasize the shape of positive and negative space, light and dark. And our learning goal, student uses shapes, positive and negative, to create a silhouette. Today, we're going to be creating a Florida cypress swamp full of gators, and it's going to be fun. Have you ever been to a river? Have you ever been to St. John's River? There's these cypress trees that have these cypress knees. They grow outside of the water. These are the roots of the tree. And there's all these fish swimming through there, and it's called wetlands. And we have American alligator and American crocodile live in St. John's River. We've got so much beautiful bird life, and these are reeds, all kinds of plants in our beautiful landscape here in Central Florida and in Southwest Florida. So today we're going to create our positive and negative painting based on our environment here close to river and our national parks. If you have ever been to swamp, let me know in the comment, and if you love it, if you love the river. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is sign our papers so we don't forget. Check that you put a class code as well. So if your teacher gives you a class code in your class, put a class code and a name. I like to put it to the front because I photograph it towards Sonia and your portfolios. So I like to put the name in the front. I'm gonna sign my name here, Miss Kramer. I'm gonna make up a code for me, Art 001, but you put your own class code. And first thing that we're gonna do is just use pencil. You're gonna use a regular pencil. I'm gonna use a charcoal pencil because it's darker and shows better on the video. So first, we can do a nice little shape of a gator and choose where you're gonna put your gator. So the gator can be somewhere, like if you put three, if you put 3 fingers like this, or the palm of your hands 3 times, that's dividing the paper into 3 sections, right? Into thirds. So actually, let's do 1 palm because my hand is big, so yours is a little smaller. Let's do a whole palm, 1 palm, 2 palms, 3 palms. So the first 2 palms is where you're gonna make a line. So 1, 2, count 2 palms from the bottom. So let's count. 1, not there, 2, make a line, and then you're gonna leave the rest, and that's gonna be our river line, just an approximate river line. Okay, and so from there we're gonna sketch our gator. So 1/3 of a paper, 2/3 of a paper. 1/3 is gonna be for the sky and where the birds are. So this is 1/3 where the birds are on the top of the paper. And the 2/3 is gonna be the river. So, okay, so 1/3 is this much of the paper. That's your line. And 2/3 is, if I fold this in, you don't have to fold your paper, but I'm just showing you. 2 times as much. 1, 2, 3. This is where the birds will be. And in the foreground is where the gators are going to be. This is middle ground in the middle. And this is background for the skies. So we have 2/3. Show you on the background. 1, 2, 3. This one is foreground. This is middle ground. And this is background. You don't have to write yours, just know that this is where the birds will be. Birds. Gators and river. Gators and river. Plus trees, okay? Trees are gonna be in all 3. Because trees are big. Okay? So let's watch it. See? The base of a tree with the roots is in the foreground with the largest gator. And here the gators are getting smaller because of a perspective. There's another little one here in the background that is really small. Okay? So the gators are getting smaller. This one is a little bigger than this one. This one should be bigger than that one. I'll make him a little thicker, a little bigger. And I'm using just black pencil. You could use a black pencil or a marker for this as well. So this one is the biggest because of the perspective, because he's the closest to us. And we have all these cypress knees here, all these beautiful roots growing. That's one part of the tree, the bottom part of the tree in the foreground. In the middle ground, we have the reeds and the 2 gators that are getting smaller in the distance. That's the last one here. And in the background, we have the birds. Okay? So keep that in mind. And it's okay if you did a really light line here for where the birds are gonna start. Okay, so in 1/3, that's fine if you did the line. Cover, you can kind of ignore that part because we're not gonna draw on it. So I'm just gonna put my gator here on top because I'm not gonna use it now. I'm just gonna concentrate on the bottom here. First, we're gonna start with the gator on this side. So put your hand down and measure the size of your hand. Put this straight, like to the tips, okay? The size of your hand right there. And that's where the gator is gonna be, coming from the corner. Okay, so this is where the gator is gonna be, like this. It's like a carrot shape on the side. Do you see that shape? It's like a carrot, really? Shape of a carrot. This would be a carrot if it's like this. It's the shape of a carrot, but it's on the side, laying on the side. And then a small little carrot right here on the bottom, but it has really small jaw here, smaller jaw anyway. The bottom of the carrot is smaller. It's gonna be the jaw of the gator. Okay, another carrot. And then we're gonna put 2 ovals somewhere. If you divide your snout of your gator to 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, Okay, do you see it? So it's on the end of the last one. So 1 and 2 upside down arches, like upside down U's, is where the eyes are gonna go. And then we're just gonna do a bunch of triangles. You can vary the shapes and sizes, so sort of like just for the looks, because we like it that way. It's not that Gator really does have that many triangles like a dragon, but we like it that way. It's just artistic addition to the Gator. So we're being just a little whimsical here. Okay, do a jaw for the Gator like this. And this is where the open mouth is gonna go. And big sharp teeth. You can do many sharp teeth here. And on the bottom too. They can be crooked in all kinds. Just like check out that video with shark. That was a fun video with that in a lesson with the shark. That was really super cute. And we're gonna do like half closed eyes here, kind of like menacing little gator eyes, because you know that gators can be mean. They have that gator smile. Okay, you can round these if you like little rounder bumps on his snout. You can round them so they don't look like dragony as much. Then dragon will have like these kind of horns and stuff, but this is a gator, so we're just getting inspiration. They're both kind of lizards, aren't they? In the same family. The gator has like a little slope here on the neck, but it's usually covered by the water, so we can't see it as well. But this one is speaking maybe out of the water or something, right? So he also, gators have scales, and we're gonna leave some of the paper showing when we paint it in. Okay, so just put some scales there on his body. Different, you can do cross hatching. This is called just doing little cross hatching, diagonal and horizontal lines back and forth if you like, or you can just do scales for texture. Don't worry about being perfect because we're gonna paint it over. So this is just so you can kind of see the gator shape. This nose is kind of coming off of his, oops. The nose is coming off of his snout, so I'm just gonna elongate my nose to meet the snout here. But I like his big snout. Okay, that's my first gator. And we're gonna make like little lines around the gator so that it looks like water is flowing there. Interrupted lines and things like that. And again, we have the foreground, middle ground, and background. So keep that in mind. So right now, when we're looking at our paper, you can see here, the whole paper here, that it's in the part where it's supposed to be. So in the first section, okay? Now the gators, the 3 gators, let's do 1, 2, 3, will fit about diagonally from here, diagonally 1, 2, and 3. Each one will be slightly smaller, laying on these lines. So make a diagonal line to the line you sketched here. And this is where your 3 gators gonna live. 1, 2, 3. Each one is gonna be smaller. So we can put them in real quick. So let's use these lines that we made to make those carrot shapes. So I'm gonna do a carrot shape here, so round, and then another carrot shape on the bottom. This is where my snout's gonna go. Bottom snout, bottom jaw here, little bumps for the eyes. I'm gonna do bumps for the snout, little less detail this time because this gator is a little further away. And do each gator slightly different, because each gator also, like humans, they all have different personalities. So you can work those details with your pencil as far as shape. But all we're gonna see is the shape. We're gonna all color it in anyway. So we're not gonna see all the pretty details you're gonna make. We're gonna cover it up. So just for the shapes to showing personality. One has open mouth, one has closed mouth. This one has closed, this one has open. Okay, now this guy, I'll do carrot here, carrot here. It's gonna be barely visible, but I'm still doing all the details I'm planning to do just to suggest them. Like so. And this tiny one I showed you before. Now we're really good at drawing gators, so it's getting easier and easier. Okay, now behind the gator here, there's gonna be reed plants. It's just a line, a little oval, and line on top, line, little oval, and line on top, line, little oval, line on top. And it's okay if the reed is going into the foreground just a little bit. It's okay. It's in the middle ground, and then the reeds also have a lot of grass like leaves, but it's okay if it goes a little bit inside of the background. And so now we're gonna sketch our tree. So what we're gonna do is those cypress trees are like upside down arches, like U's. So start with 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then from there, you're just gonna draw a long line going up. That's the trunk of the tree. And from there, straight line across the whole paper for the birds to sit. Okay? It's gonna be a beautiful cypress, large cypress. And then from these, you're gonna make more roots coming out. So make them double size so we see that these are the cypress knees, beautiful arches for the tree. And a little more branches wherever you see them fit, growing from the tree. There can be another one here. There can be one even coming down this way or coming down a little. Trees, each one is completely different, so it's completely up to you how your tree's branches are gonna be fit inside of the landscape. Okay, but that's in the background. And here we're gonna have little carrot shapes for the birds, little carrot shapes for the birds just sitting around. You can put them anywhere you like. And put a little circles on top of the birds, small ones, because birds have really small heads. 1, 2, 3 for the tail. Very simple, because these birds, remember, we are looking at them from far, far, far away. So you're not gonna see any details. You can do a little beak. And with that, you can finish up your landscape. And we're gonna start coloring in the part 2 video. See you there. Now is your turn.